Hey, what's good, everybody? What's good, everybody? Apologize about the late delay. What we doing today, man? We're doing a little recap. Doing a recap of my man J.Gerrard. He actually under the weather, but he had one more show for the month. But we decided to go ahead and do a little recap because last week episode got real intense. So I want y'all to sit back and watch it. And your boy caused a little controversy with my man. You know how I do. So I want y'all to pay attention. Any phone calls, I gladly stop the show and answer any calls pertaining to the show you about to see. Again, J.Gerrard under the weather. He coming back next week with a bang, so I want y'all to make sure y'all stay tuned next week.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us again on the J.Gerrard Show. Want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank you for joining us last week. We are going directly into the locker room, have a few things tonight that we want to cover. First, we want to put the phone number out there for those of y'all that want to call in and participate in the show. It's 678. You can see it on the screen, 678-638-6626. And tonight, we're going to be covering a number of topics that we have talked about. We've discussed with many brothers. And once again, speaking of brothers, I have my brother here, Mr. Elijah James. I want to welcome him, and he's going to be taking us into the locker room. But first, I wanted to, I did not know we was brothers. Okay. No, you all right. You all right. Everybody know Disco in the room.
Sorry about that, y'all. So we getting ready to get started. I want y'all to watch this carefully, man. We had a little hiccup.
Yeah, right.
But we're going to make it do what it do.
But I just wanted to say to everybody, thank you for your donations, for your concerns, for the calls, for the people that pulled up and dropped off boxes of food, for the community core food drive in partnership with All Star Barbershop. We are still receiving donations for the holiday season. So I just want to thank everyone that is donating. I want to thank God for, the goodwill that's in the community. And just take my hat off to everybody that, showed up and showed out, for those that are less fortunate in the community. Also wanted to announce that we will be starting a literacy program in January. On January the 18th, we'll be starting that program, introducing the youth to early reading skills and comprehension skills. That's something else that'll be going on there. Just to be put this out in the community, let you know some of the good things that are going on in the community, and to thank you, because none of it would be possible without you. So I appreciate you once again for joining us tonight. We going in the locker room. Okay, so the whole concept behind the locker room, and I'm just going to give you this, and then I'm going to throw it over to Elijah. Elijah, let me just let him warm his vocal up for a little bit. How you doing this week? How's your week been going?
Man, it's pretty good. I can't complain.
Okay.
And even if I could, I would. So It's all good, man. Excited about the locker room.
Okay.
People I've been talking with and sharing about what we're doing, and we're getting a whole lot of positive feedback, and I'm excited about that. So,
okay, well, that's very good to hear. And I'm just gonna go ahead and say what I was about to say about the locker room. So, if you're just tuning in, this is a segment we bring. We invite the brothers to call in and talk in. Locker room represents basically the transition point of wherever you at. If you're engaging in a locker room, it's for you to undress for whatever it is that you are currently garbing, wearing, and to either uniform or to switch into whatever type of equipment that it is that you need to do whatever it is that you're about to do, be it a sport event, be it going to work. All the places that these locker rooms show up is where regular people come in and get in uniform to do something that's a little bit bigger than themselves. So that's just kind of the concept that we bring in from the locker room, the concept of, being a part of something bigger than yourself and what it means, to be equipped for that. And I think what we run into a lot, just starting out, that kind of led us into the locker room. Some of it was relational.
Right.
A lot of it, I think, was purpose.
Uh-huh.
Purposeful. Like, just people really knowing what, who you are and
Dealing in relationships, dealing with, especially
For
where
men.
we are today as men, and relationship, everything therein, all of it, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
And we like to just be real about it and just bring it to a place where you can talk about it and
Right.
expose some of the fake from the fiction and
Right.
fact from fiction.
Right.
And so we in this forum we get to talk about it. We would love to have your input, and there again the number is on the screen. And so you want to dive in, you can come on in. But I will say this grown man talk. We ain't playing, we just talking.
Right.
I like talking, being a little bit transparent. I try not to be as much, but being real is what I'm trying to say. Just be real about it
Right.
and call it what it is. So
100.
So yeah, 100. So
Keep it
that's what the
100.
locker room, the concept was behind.
Right.
So
But talking to a lot of brothers and just from the last couple of weeks of interaction, and I had a conversation with someone today and we were talking. I think, it would disserve us to ignore the fact that, we need to get back to a foundation, because I think we are at the point where we can, logically say it's not an economic thing. A lot of people say, well, what's it? And yeah, money can ruin a lot of marriages.
right.
And, that's what they say. Number one cause of divorce is finances and, whatever. And that may be true. But on the level of accomplishment and living a whole life, I honestly believe, my personal opinion, I've seen very rich people, get married and not be able to, finagle a relationship.
Right.
So it's not necessarily it's not a financial thing. There are things.
Again,
that
y'all, we watching the
don't,
playback. Watching the
I believe
playback from
in
last week.
relationship and things that
J.Gerrard
don't.
be back next week.
I think
Season
when
premiere.
either the male or the female in a relationship
So I want y'all to make sure y'all pay attention. We got a little heated.
recognize their purpose or
So
their function in a
y'all keep watching.
relationship,
Stay tuned. Any
then what
questions,
you
give me a
have
call.
is a dysfunctional relationship. And in today's political society, a lot of people don't want to say, and we can say, it used to be, well, you get the economics right, then you got it. Okay.
Right.
Okay. Two rich people just got divorced.
Right.
Okay. You get the education together, then you got it. Two educated people get divorced every day. And this is just my opinion. You don't, you got a difference of opinion, please do call in, because it really is just a conversation. But for me, it's a lot deeper than that.
Right.
And people are still chasing these old idols and thinking that these are the things that's going to secure this life for me. And it don't happen.
No. Well, I think a lot of things with relationships is that you got to be committed. And ironically, we just already in this. The most common reported major contributions to divorce is lack of commitment, infidelity, arguing. And the most that were last straws, the most thing that they took as a last straw in their relationship, according to this divorce, www.divorce.ratings and following, is, let me find myself. I got to put these on. Y'all got to let me see.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah. The most thing that was the last straw were infidelity, domestic violence, and substance abuse. Okay, so now a lack of commitment, and I can speak as far as a man.
Right.
Bro, it's hard.
And they said was that in marriage though?
Yeah, that's in marriage.
So even after you married, it's still hard.
After you married, they're not committed. the relationships ain't there. He's not. Well,
Well,
I'm gonna talk on the brothers this week, and
Okay.
then the next time we'll deal with both. The brothers ain't all the way down. Yeah, he not had the wedding, and they not done the thing, and they not went on the honeymoon and whatever else. And at the end of the day, the bottom line is lack of commitment. And I'm like I said, I can't speak right now from a female
Okay.
but I'm speaking from behalf of a man. Now, how is it that we get there? What got us there?
That's a good
You
question.
got to look at where the common denominator is. I'm gonna tell you something. When a man get ready to get married, and I know what I'm saying when I say a man,
Okay.
he's ready, he's committed.
Right.
Okay, I'll tell you this. A lot of times, some brothers are pushed because they're not ready.
Right.
A lot of times, and I'm gonna call a spade a spade.
So
a
they
lot
push.
of times, a lot of times,
So you
In
answering the
general.
woman's call to marriage.
right? The woman be pushing the marriage, but
Yeah, you right.
if you ain't ready to
Yeah,
get
the
married,
person.
if you're not ready to get married,
Right. But
So-
you know what I heard, and I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna tell you.
Don't even
'cause
play
I
with
talked to a lot of different women. Listen, and these women are saying brothers are jumping out here, and brothers, y'all know if y'all doing this.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know what I mean, bro. However you do, whatever your approach is, you know. I heard somebody say a long time ago, you ain't gonna hit a straight lick with a crooked stick.
right?
So if you start off with some crooked shit, bro, what you?
Yeah,
Okay, so they jumping out saying, you know, I want to get married. Because they think that's what the woman want to hear.
right.
If that's your path to her bed, man, you tripping.
Right.
You are tripping.
Like we said last time, I think it was in a book I read out somewhere. It says that man will give love for sex, and woman will give sex for love. And you have to be careful about that because the shoe that you know, a lot of times the brothers think they playing the game and the game being played on you.
Right,
So if you're not ready for marriage, regardless,
right.
because lack of commitment, you ain't got nothing. If you're not committed to the relationship,
That's it.
come on now.
See that? You know what? I heard everything you said, but right when soon as you said lack of commitment, that took me out the game because we talking about after marriage.
Right.
So why before marriage? And I'm gonna tell you, and I'll say this, and I'm sitting here not wearing a ring, and this is just to me, it's just, and this here is just straight up though. When you being real with yourself, I ain't talking about these cats that's falling in love on Instagram and all of that. I ain't talking about them kind of brothers, because if you're doing that, bro, you need to man up.
Right.
Okay? But this right here, if you know, and you know as a man, when you get that woman phone number, when you talking to her, when you done took her out, when you done laid down with her, whatever you doing, you know, is this enough for me? Or can I consume this and still have an appetite? So how in the hell do you end up married and still like you ain't got what you want?
And
Who pushed you out the game? Why you settle or compromise or whatever that is?
and the sisters get caught up in it because I think a lot of times they get caught up in the wedding part.
Right.
You know, they gonna have a big wedding and a lot of times it's so, but a lot of times that's not the case.
Right.
But I'll tell you something else too. A lot of times the sisters know.
A lot of times the
sometimes
sisters
they
know.
don't.
They know they
Sometimes they
pushing it.
don't.
They
But
know
some
they
no.
pushing it.
Sometimes
But
sisters
some
know
no.
he ain't
Sometimes
hit
sisters
nothing.
know
But
he ain't
I'ma
hit
go on
nothing.
there and
Let
marry.
me they try to doctor them up.
I'm gonna go on and marry this. I'm gonna go on and
Let
catch
me
him.
touch it real
I'm
quick.
gonna
Let me
catch
touch
him.
it real quick.
Okay.
I might get thrown out for this one.
He said
Be
touch.
careful how I say. Let me touch it real quick. Let me touch it real church. Let me church this. Let me church this real quick. Like my second marriage. My second marriage. I at first I wanted to fill in the gap I was missing because I was tired of being what I was, which was out there. So I made myself, not really made myself, but I made myself say, no, I'm getting you over this shit. I'm gonna make this do what it do. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I ain't love him. Not saying I didn't care about him. But at that particular time, it's like I wasn't ready to get married right then, but I knew soon I will. You know, appreciate the decision I made. Because I was tired of doing what I was doing. And I seen a good woman, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times, like, to answer your question, yeah, we not ready to get married, but we don't want to lose a good thing. So we'll push ourselves to say, you know what? I know in my heart and my body, I ain't ready to say I'm married yet. But if I don't, I know I'm gonna lose this. So we grow to the word marriage as we get into the relationship.
And then get married and then have a lack of commitment?
No, I ain't say lack of commitment. What I'm saying, the lack of commitment, I think, come from them cats. I'm gonna put it out there.
Okay.
All these little
out there.
all these little side pieces,
right?
Them be the lack of commitment because your little dumb ass, excuse me, because on your show, you would mess with a cat while he was married, or vice versa.
Yeah.
So what? So as soon as he got with you, y'all already had a wall up.
Right.
Because you thinking already he gonna do. You know what I'm saying? What he did to her,
right.
Vice versa.
What they say, you lose them like you got them, or
exactly.
you get them like you
How
lost.
you want to do it?
Yeah.
So that's I think there's a lot of that going on.
Right.
You know, so
it is a lot of that. But I tell you what, like you said, well, I wasn't ready. I want to go back to that part. But you saw you wanted to lose a good thing. Well, I'm gonna tell you like this.
I built mine 17 years.
Right. Well, okay.
Right.
That's nice.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna leave that right there.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to that. All right.
Right.
But what I want to say is, you wasn't ready, but you didn't want to lose a good thing. I believe you need to get ready.
Right.
That's just I believe that about.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you.
But a lot of times it's like this here. Say we going fishing, and I ain't ready to fish right now, but we go to the bank. I see about 4-5 big old snappers.
Okay.
I ain't ready yet. My bait ain't ready. My pole ain't ready. But I see all these snappers swimming in front of me. So I ain't ready yet. But I know if I wait till I get ready, they're gonna be gone.
Right.
So I throw that bait on there real quick. And I catch me one, like, cause I got it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I see what's there.
Right.
I ain't gonna let it swim away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, bruh.
So but it worked for me.
Right.
Right.
I hear you.
It worked for me. Now not being ready to me is if I had a fishing pole down on that corner, fishing pole on that corner, and it's one fish in every corner.
I hear you.
And I'm trying to I got a pole everywhere.
Right.
So I know I ain't ready.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Right.
If you saw the fish in the water, we're gonna stay with that analogy. If you got the fish in the water, and you know if you don't throw your pole out there, they getting away. Well, guess what? Everybody doing that. Everybody seeing
Right.
good fish in the water. Guess what?
Bunch of
And
poles in the water.
none of those fish in the water are your fish.
Right.
You know why? Because it ain't on your line. Whether your line is in the water or not, that if you catch that fish and you weren't ready,
That was one you caught.
that one you caught. That ain't the one that you're supposed to be with. I believe in being ready because when we line up, I come from doing it like the book says and like the Bible says.
So you saying basically I had to be on the corner. Well, like I said, it worked for me. 17 years. I'm still,
Okay.
But so you saying basically your vision was pretty much I need to be on the bank by myself with that one pole, that one piece of bait, and that one fish looking at me. I'm looking at them.
I believe it was meant. I believe God will bring you what you need. It's yours.
Right.
And I believe it.
I believe what's yours because guess what?
Right.
All the fish you pull out, you ever seen them throw them back? And a lot of us pull some fish out the water. We need to throw back. We should have thrown back.
Such thing as
You know
throw
what's so
back.
But
crazy?
no, we took them home
Such thing
and
as
we
throwback.
went.
You know what's so crazy about that fish I'm telling you about?
Mm-hmm.
That fish seen me 3 years before I moved to Georgia on a pass by in Miami.
Wow.
That same fish.
Right.
And I ended up coaching at the same lake that fish was at
Right.
Well, like I said,
when I moved to Georgia.
Right. Now he coaching at a lake.
you ever seen those fishing shows when they pull them in
And they
throw
weigh
'em back.
And they weigh too much, they put it right back in.
Right.
and they hold them up?
Hey, some of them they cut the line and let them take the line and everything.
Yeah, cut your line.
Go ahead
bro.
on. You can
I
take the
don't
line.
need that trouble.
Exactly.
But my point, I know what you're saying though.
Right.
You got to be ready. It's like like you can't go in the kitchen
Right.
and try to cook some fish without no hot oil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And it's
You
a
got-
transitional thing. I
Correct.
tell you, like I tell my son, I say, son, get you a life. So when you meet a woman, you can have something to invite her into. And like you just said, you were trying to make a transition yourself. If I was around, if I could advise a person that place, I would say, go on and get on yours. Find you, see what you like. Because you fresh out the game. You don't know.
Right.
You might looking for the wifey type, but you might still want a little spice in your life.
Right.
But definitely get on your feet and get more familiar with who you are and what you have become. Because like you said, you were definitely in transition. You knew you was ready to get off of one thing.
But you know what's so good about that fish?
Mm-hmm.
My pole wasn't even strong, man. My bait wasn't even good. I was a struggling fisherman.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? I ain't have nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It just put me in the aspect of a fisherman.
Right.
I ain't have, my right hand wasn't good.
That's a good way to
I
catch
couldn't
a mullet.
stand- I
That's a good
couldn't
way to
stand-
catch a mullet too.
I couldn't stand upright. You know what I'm saying?
So-
I couldn't sit there long.
Right.
But
So-
that fish made me stronger.
Yeah, so the
You
fish
feel me?
so the fish help you catch it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, so you might wanna-
Okay. Right. Say that real slow again. What?
I'm gonna say that.
But I was in a huge transition.
Okay.
A
yeah.
huge
Gotcha.
transition.
Right.
I'm talking about a huge one.
I understand.
And
Right.
I seen it. I seen it. Know what I'm saying? I
Right.
seen it.
Right.
I've seen that too. I've seen fish hop up out the water and show you what you ain't got.
Right. But you know what? And I'm going to be honest with that. And I think because really you touching on something that's very serious.
Right.
And a lot of brothers, now, and I'm just going to speak from brothers, we go through transitions.
Right.
We go through shit where we done got caught up in the law. We done been underemployed. We done been, and then not to add on it this, egotistical idea of what we supposed to be in the community, in the society. And then guess what? You can't even walk down the street, with some some skippers or something on. You got to have paper to put some shoes on, and you always got this pressure on you of being one thing. But the thing about it is, we need to realize that we're transitioning. We need to allow each other that grace and that space to transition. You don't always have to be that brother that got the right answer.
Right.
You don't always have to be that brother that know. Sometimes it's okay to say, hey, you know what, man, I'm really trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we are socialized to the point where, yeah, what's up, man? Chilling? You a shot caller. No, bro, I'm trying to figure it out.
Right.
And I think the more we're honest about our real struggles,
Right.
instead of pushing all this old macho shit, because, in the macho stuff don't mean nothing, because guess what? A real man gonna look at your results.
Right.
So you can wolf all you want.
That's my whole point. This lady, whoever Miriam Johnson is,
Uh-huh.
she's saying I wasn't ready, and I would never disrespect nobody. Know I am. Whoever Miriam Johnson, she said I wasn't ready. I'm 17 years still married.
Well-
So who is society to tell me I wasn't married? 'Cause them same ones that had a little fiction, the non-fiction ass weddings,
Right.
and let the man meet their whole family,
Right.
and he do all the family reunion functions,
Right.
and he do the cooking at the barbecue.
Right.
He the man of their damn dreams. So you get all the approval
Right.
from everybody around you
Right.
that you ready. How
Right.
they know when you ready? My heart, my soul
Told
knew
you was ready.
what I was ready.
Okay.
So it proves this point right now. So we can sit and talk about what the book say, what
Right.
society say.
Right.
I knew.
Right.
I knew, and it's a proven fact. I'm still here.
Right.
I'm still there.
Right.
So everybody that can't, you know what I'm saying? You don't know when I'm going to hit a home run.
Right.
I
You don't
know
know
if
if you can hit a home run, but let me tell you something, dog. I talked to a dude that sat in my chair and told me he was married for 30 years. And when I congratulated him, he almost went in tears. That man said he aborted every dream that he ever had. So you can't measure years as
That's what I
success. Years don't
Nah,
mean
you-
shit,
any
bro. That
guy-
ain't,
nah, I
that
ain't
ain't
say-
success.
Jay, I ain't saying that. What I'm saying, everybody
Trust
go up and down.
No, I'm not trying to judge whether
No,
it's
you
good or bad.
good. No, we good. We
No,
have
I'm
a
just
man
saying,
talk.
no, that's what I'm saying. We
Years
trying to
don't
get-
years don't make it. Years don't make it
Yeah,
right.
years don't mean, yeah.
We have a lot of ups and downs like
Right.
anybody else.
Right.
But my thing, I look at it like this here. To me, and I'm not gonna use the word marriage loosely like that.
Right.
But we all gonna come with something.
Right.
So I think a lot of folks in the world, marriage is a strong word.
Right.
That's a strong commitment.
Right.
Very.
That's a very strong commitment.
Right.
So my example might be wrong, but it's like I told you before, like a used car. I can pick that. I can get that car right there. And they got a broken window.
Right.
I can fix that window.
I hear
Right.
you.
If I take that car back and get another car, hell, the motor might be blown.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? So what I'm saying, we have our ups and downs.
Right.
Okay.
But I'm trying to live my life like my grandma and my granddaddies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Gotcha.
My grandma and granddaddy had their place. You know, she knew my granddaddy was gonna cuss here and there or say what he gonna say, and she didn't hold on to that. She gave him that.
Right.
Instead of just nick. Oh, I got a divorce now.
Right.
That's the problem with everybody right now.
I hear you.
Everybody, every little thing go wrong. Oh, I don't want you no more. I'm finna go somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you go tell everybody at your job and tell your family. Now
Right.
they looking at you stupid because they the ones home ain't got nobody.
Right.
Right.
Well, let me say this. I believe this. I believe when a man gets himself together, starting from the beginning, okay, because a lot of times you find a lot of brothers in marriages for it's different circumstances.
Right.
They're in marriages and they're not the man. They're in marriages, they don't feel like the man. They in marriages and yeah, I'm married to her, but I'm her third child, and all this, that, and the third. There's a lot of different dynamics to these marriages and what people. So when you're right, you can't look. And I just went with you on that.
Right.
Oh no, you good, you good.
But I mean, I'm.
But some of those playing situations be still playing 12 and 14 and 20.
No, you're right because
and they be saying the same
at one
thing.
time I thought I didn't think I'd be making the 16 to 15.
Right.
So at one time I like, damn man.
But see, I'm looking at it like this, bro. Time don't mean nothing.
Nothing because
you can be
there
time
20 years,
behind bars.
You can be there 20 years, be miserable.
Right.
Be miserable. But listen, that's what I want to get
the
to.
The time ain't the quality of the marriage and what is it that you're doing. I've seen people stay in dysfunctional marriages. Mm-hmm. I've seen a woman stay with a man and he beating on her. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So time don't, and that happened over years.
But again, who are we to say that what I'm saying is,
who are we to say that she don't need to leave? She need to leave?
Something got to be there that making her stay.
Right.
It can't be the ass.
So that make it right?
No, it ain't make it. But who are we to judge their marriage? If that's what make, like I tell people all day long, me and you been on 20 years. You don't see me.
So hold on. You think it's right for her to stay there?
No, I ain't say that.
Okay, I want to
hell no.
Okay, so what's wrong with speaking what's right?
No, you can speak it. But what I'm saying is, it's something behind the scenes that may be going on. If she say, matter of fact, as a man point of view, you said, man, we don't hear nothing else.
Right.
If you're a female friend of mine and you said somebody whoop your ass, we don't hear nothing else, no other pros behind. Ain't no more pros. We looking at you then. Why is you still there?
Right.
But I learned.
Right.
I have learned to stay out of.
Domestic. I mean, the cops won't even get in it.
Hell no.
But we know what's right, man. But a lot of times we don't want to say what's right.
But you know how you get into those? You know how you find yourself into those?
Give me one second, caller.
When you start off wrong, it's hard to end up right.
Go ahead.
Exactly.
And if caller there? Okay. What I want to say is when you start off wrong, you won't end up right. You got to do it the right way. Marriage is an institution by God.
Right.
And I like to say this because a lot of guys, when they get these, I mean, you got women nowadays and sisters nowadays, brothers are intimidated of being a man.
Right.
And they're intimidated to be the man in the marriage. Everybody got a role to play.
Right.
Brothers got to play their part, man.
Right.
There ain't no substitutes. If you're gonna walk that aisle, you got to be that dude.
Right.
And so we're looking at this. I take it back to the beginning. In the beginning, y'all know the book. God gave Adam the job.
Yeah.
Adam walking
they just
around.
Did Adam and Eve.
Right, y'all did. Adam walking around. He got everything. He had purpose. He have a job. God, he's walking with God.
Right.
Okay. God put
You're
him
on
to
J.Gerrard,
sleep.
caller. Just a second.
God put him to sleep and then made his woman.
Right.
Okay. So now what I said all that to say this, brothers, we got to be who we are. We got to be that man.
Right.
We got to be the one that walked. We got to stand up and be a man.
Right.
And being a man consists of being ready. If you ain't ready to be married, then don't.
Right.
Go ahead, caller.
Go ahead.
Hey, turn your TV down for us, caller, if you can. Turn your television down.
Go ahead and talk, caller. Turn your TV down in the background.
I wanted to address you're not ready and you're gonna hold on to you want to make sure you don't lose. Now, let's say if that was vice versa. She's not ready, but she's holding on to you to a good man. Do you think that's fair?
No.
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 Yeah. Huh?
You gonna come in on that, Disco?
I don't understand if she actually. If they married 17,
The question she was asking a question about
If they happy, how can it be not fair? If she hold on something good, she know it's good.
Right.
And she know what the outcome gonna be. That's small on her.
But if she's not ready,
You know?
that means she may not be a good wife.
No.
She may not. Hold on. She may not be a good wife.
She finna mess up a good man.
Right.
What happens is the men take for granted that women want to be married so very badly.
Yeah.
Right.
That they can come
That's true.
unprepared, half-cocked. Well, I get ready when I get ready.
And they settle for it.
Hang on to me.
Right.
Right.
But that's a bad assumption for a man to make.
So who wrote the book? Who wrote the book when somebody get ready to get married? Where's the literature on that? Where is that? Is there a manual out there that we read?
They ready to get married. I got married. I've been married
That's what's up.
and we are still in love.
That's what's up.
We still like each other.
So what? Let me ask a question. I don't know your name. I'm sorry, Miss. What's your name? Your last name? Miss Blackshear. So Miss Blackshear, so you just made a valid point. What I'm trying to make, that y'all was in high school. Ain't nobody in the world can sit here and say that they thought they had married their high school sweetheart. So who's that they thought they were gonna marry their high school sweetheart?
Right.
So no. You missing my point. No, you missing my point. What I'm telling you is, how many people in society would tell you that you weren't ready because you was in high school?
You're missing my point.
Okay. You said 37 years.
Okay, so you said you weren't ready, but you weren't gonna let a good thing go.
No,
That's not fair.
I wasn't ready as far as the name being married, but I know I had somebody good in front of me, and I already been through a bad divorce. So I knew that God was putting somebody in front of me, that I had to get myself ready for what's getting ready to happen. You know what I'm saying?
That's what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
You didn't say all that.
Okay, but I'm not saying I got married and did a bunch of stuff with her.
Right.
I was saying that my mindset was I got out through a bad divorce, and damn, should I do the next one? But I knew this woman would bring something good out of me, and I didn't want to lose that.
Right.
And it made me a better man. Period. So I
You got to put that together after you got married.
correct. When I'm not saying get together, I wasn't no bum or no crackhead, nothing like that. I was just with life myself. No, I'm just talking for everybody watching. I know, ma'am. Correct.
Let me tell you something. You said you got it worked out for you, but life happens. And
Ye-
just when you think you're going to get yourself together, life will happen.
Yes, ma'am.
And now you got this person that you were absolutely not ready for.
Let me tell you something.
You want to bring them along to this a good thing? How fair is that?
Okay, that person knew what I was going through. That person helped me get my life back on track. I was living in a vacant apartment for 3 months with no electricity, no nothing. Nobody even knew it. You know what I'm saying? That person helped me get myself back in order.
Right.
Specifically,
Just,
You good?
Just on a broader.
You
yeah,
good?
Yeah.
On a broader scale. On a broader scale. Right.
because here's the truth, you're not the only person doing that. And so what happens
Exactly.
is these women, we come into these relationships and we are ready to commit. We're ready.
Right.
We're marrying you.
Right.
We're ready to start a life. But you still getting yourself together. You shouldn't walk to no altar getting yourself together. You need to be together when you get to that altar.
What if y'all help each other grow, Miss Blackshear? What if y'all help each other grow? What if y'all togetherness help each other grow? Like y'all together is teaching growth to each other. So what if y'all get it?
What?
We are equally yoked. If you missing some pieces, no. We talking about two different people trying to get themselves together, and we come together as one. We know it's something you lack and I can give you. It's something I lack and I can give you, and as one, we can make it happen.
Right.
All right.
This is what she has signed up for.
Right.
You signed up, but you didn't put your first name, but you ain't put your last name on it. So you ain't all there together. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm lost.
You have to, hey, put your last name down. We grow together. We're equally yoked. We same mind. We're thinking about the same thing. Now, I'm not saying you got to be totally perfect.
Right.
None of us are perfect.
Right.
Let me jump in. I want to say this. It all goes back to who instituted. God was the orchestrator of marriage, and so I would have said what should have been done was counseling before y'all got married, because a lot of issues got to be a lot of stuff.
Ain't no man telling me nothing, man. I'm a grown man, man.
Well, I'm telling you.
Shit.
I'm telling you.
Ain't no man behind no chair gonna tell me nothing about my life because he got his own problems. Period.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
what? Yeah.
That ain't me. I ain't following no man.
What-
Right.
No man but the man upstairs. Let me
that's what I'm
rephrase that.
saying. Well-
Ain't nobody, no disrespect to you and him. I don't care about you calling yourself a pastor, a deacon, or whatever it may be. Not you. Ain't no man gonna guide me but the man upstairs.
Well,
Period.
Let me say
So
this.
you have to, but you.
So
what you have
I
to
went
do-
by my soul, and I had my own relationship with the Lord, and that's why I did what I did.
Okay, so we
And
ain't
I don't
talking
have to
about-
answer to
we're not
nobody.
talking-
Okay, so we
about
okay.
Oh.
We done with that example.
Yeah, no,
we
what
done
I'm
with that
talking
example.
about-
We're gonna move on to another example.
Yeah.
Because there are brothers out there
Yeah.
that are looking for a lick, and those of y'all that I'm talking to, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, whether that's what he was doing, that's on him.
Right.
That's on him. But a lot of y'all out there looking for a lick, looking for the chick to come up on,
Yeah.
and you need to get your shit together. Don't try to
Exactly.
find yourself in this chick.
Right.
Find yourself.
That's
Because what happened is you get married,
Uh-huh.
and then you out here cheating on her and shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So don't get the shit mixed up and don't get overhyped. Because that's what people do. We come up with all these excuses. Then we want to glamorize shit. And at the end of the day, we not being the man we supposed to be.
Exactly.
We not being the man we supposed to be. And that don't mean nothing because guess what? Preachers get caught out here cheating, bro.
Yeah.
It ain't about that. It's about what kind of man you are.
Exactly.
Is it okay for you to be married and out here creeping?
No.
Is that the life you want? And that's some shit you gonna stand up and defend? And make that shit sound right? It ain't right. Leave that woman where she at. But we trying to come up off these women, man. We're in the locker room, bro. Y'all got to come rich.
So you saying
coming with that shit,
So
man.
you
We
saying
ain't coming rich.
So you saying be ready? You saying be ready? Well, we talking about
I'm saying for brothers.
But
Get your
brothers,
shit
yeah.
together. Don't look at no chick like she a lick.
But Jay,
And you trying to come up.
but you know
man.
the
That's weak, bro. That's weak.
You know the problem is though.
You
It's,
get what you get.
it's so
That's what
many
you
women.
get
But
for
see,
the-
it's so many women out there who use that
That's
shit.
what you get for the
It's so many
shit,
women
bro.
out there who use that shit to get a damn man.
They see you because they know hungry when they see
You
you.
gotta
Yeah.
understand. I want you to understand.
And you
this.
can't blame them for strong arming you because you came in like a sucker
You see-
looking for a
Yeah,
lick.
exact- but you
When you come in like a sucker looking for a lick, they gonna play you like a sucker
Damn right.
looking for a lick.
Looking for a lick.
And you can do that shit 20, 25 years. It don't even matter.
So like I said, most women use that shit for that's their tool.
Right.
No, but
Me-
our
me-
tool is trying to catch something that's on the rise.
Want something for nothing. And
Instead of getting on our own shit.
Yeah.
and watch this.
Go ahead.
And even with all
Excuse
of that,
my language, y'all. This is the J.Gerrard show.
He good. He ain't sweating.
No, it's hot in here. But look, no, really though. No, because we come in here, let me say
We
this.
emotional about
I
it.
work at the barber shop, man. And I see brothers come in and bro, we come with this same bullshit and we want to blame the sisters. Nigga, you know what, brother? You know what you was on.
right.
Don't come with that. Be honest. If
Give me an
you was a
example.
lick and you got up, then say that.
Give me an example.
And now you mad, so move on.
Give me an example.
Example of what?
So you got a cat who ain't trying to do nothing with himself, nothing with her life.
Ain't trying to do nothing with his life.
Hold on. He meet a chick that's a doctor. Let's say.
Right.
She went through a bad divorce.
Right.
He done laid it down right.
Right.
He done put it down right. She in love. He know he ain't got a pot to piss in. He know he ain't
Okay.
trying to do nothing in life. That's what we talking about.
Okay.
The one can't give, like you say, anything times zero is
No,
zero.
don't try to put roses and pins on this. Guess what?
Anything times zero is
lame,
zero.
This lame we talking about look just like you, look just like me. He ain't got no special circumstances. All he see is a way to the next level. He ain't got to be a sorry nobody.
Yeah.
He can have a job and a car with payments.
He just chilling.
With a high APR.
He just chilling.
and she got good credit. And
He
he
just-
gonna do.
he just
Come
chilling.
on, man. Y'all know the truth.
Now that
Y'all
so
know the
back when
truth.
you were saying
You got to call. I don't know they on the phone still.
Are you there,
Okay.
caller?
ahead.
Okay.
okay, now you
Look, y'all forgive me. I just, you know.
He'll be all right. Gonna give him a couple
Listen,
bananas. He'll be all
I'll tell you
right.
this. I got 5. Okay.
Give him a couple bananas. He'll be all right.
Hey,
listen. I want let me jump in here.
go ahead.
Y'all done got
Go
strong,
ahead.
but let's bring it back
Go
down.
ahead. We're going to bring it back down.
Let's bring it back down.
Okay.
Let's bring it back down a little bit. Okay, so when I said let God,
Right.
because that's where it started.
Right.
Because a lot of time we don't in the black community, it's very far and few between. You got the right role models,
Right.
and even if you got folks that stay together,
Right.
it's still stuff going on.
Right.
So the end,
Niggas still
what you
creeping.
need,
Come
you
on,
need
man.
the man need to be right.
Yeah.
The man need to be right. You can't start off like he said. You can't take a cricket stick and hit a straight leg.
bro.
So you say when you say be right, do you mean he got everything in order right then, or he can be somebody on
He
the
got to go home when he get off
like
work.
no? Oh, you talking about that kind of shit?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay,
Low
okay.
down.
He need to be
Oh,
cool.
yeah. The
I
lowdown
thought you talking about as far as his finance and all that. Okay.
that's loving his wife all day.
Right.
Okay.
He
I'm
need
talking
to be
about
through
that.
with the
Even
game.
if the money will come if you get your
Yeah.
life together.
You gotta
And
be
if
through
you a
with the
man,
I'm just saying, a lot of women say, I seen the good in him. I seen the potential
man.
in him and all that. You know what I'm saying? They see that.
If
So
you-
they,
we ought to get
listen,
tired.
in
As
the
men,
locker
we ought to
room.
get tired of having the baby position.
In the locker room.
Everybody making exceptions for
mama,
us. Man up.
baby
Man
boy,
up.
baby boy.
In the locker room, if you're gonna come correct, and it's gonna, and if you're gonna do it, and I'm not saying you, I'm saying
No, you good.
Be
Okay,
a
he
man.
went.
You good.
Be the man. That's
Why
all
you
we
turning my
saying.
mic
'Cause
down?
everybody,
No, you ain't off.
Everybody ain't. They can come in these settings,
You turn me down.
and some of these
okay.
people can come in these forums and talk,
Right.
but they ain't that dude.
Right.
I mean, you can. Last time I checked, you can make your lips say anything.
Right.
You ain't that dude. Okay, so all I'm saying is, if you're gonna do it, and if you're gonna be ready, if marriage is what you want, then be through with the game. Be real.
Right.
So how did you know you was ready to get married?
Oh, beautiful. I'm glad you asked.
Yes, tell
on
me.
with it, baby.
And
You
tell
know
me
what?
tell me what year it was too.
Tell you what year it was. Ooh.
Oh, that's a trick question right there.
Ain't no damn trick
No,
question.
no, no, it ain't.
We got, I got a point I'm trying to make.
Okay.
You know, I ain't gonna agree with everything y'all say.
Okay.
So let's rock and roll. What? How long? 94. I was a high.
95.
I had just
was
graduated high
married-
school.
I was married. I've been married for 26 years.
Okay.
And
First marriage.
first marriage.
Okay.
2 wonderful boys. Still in love with my wife. She my best
Well,
friend.
how'd you know she was? How you know you was ready to be married?
Because I prayed and talked to God.
Okay, so the
I
same
prayed-
thing. Okay.
Listen, I prayed and talked to God,
Come on.
and I took counseling
From who?
from a counselor, a pastor.
If you pray and talk to God, why you gotta go talk to some man for?
because that's not
need
'cause
guidance.
that's not all of it.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, you gotta and see. Let me tell
I
you
ain't
something.
talking about nobody.
People saying that I hear you saying that. Well, I ain't no
Name
man.
any
I ain't-
other name any
I
other
ain't-
job that you
I
can
ain't-
get.
Go on.
Hold
I ain't-
hold
You don't-
name any other job you can get that you don't need instructions for.
I can read a
So
manual.
how come you think you can
No.
marry without instructions?
I don't need struggle with no man. He the same one guy. He got more problems than me. How you gonna give me advice?
Who?
Whoever talking to me, I don't go to no man for no approval for shit.
Okay, well that's
Period.
that's I mean, hey,
Period.
fine. That's what you choose.
Period.
But listen,
No pastor, no counselor, no deacon, no nobody. To make a decision for my life, I'm gonna make a decision for my life.
Okay, now-
Period. Because he ain't gonna deal with what I'm dealing with when I go through something.
Well, let me
His
ask
ass
you
going
this.
to the next client.
let me ask you this: how did you get there? How did you get to where you don't believe or trust nobody?
Don't trust nobody?
Hold on one second. We got a caller. Caller,
Go ahead, caller.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, brother.
I'm just calling in to kind of agree with my man was saying. Okay, now, when it comes to counsel, okay, I've been married for going on 19 years.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to counsel,
Mm-hmm.
when you're thinking about this, I agree with you, Ryan, that, yeah, you know what, it's true. Another man really can't tell you what he's doing. He's got his own dirt going on. But I looked at it from the realistic expectation of what I needed to expect from marriage.
Right.
Because the mindset I had for marriage before I got to the counselor, he sat me down, put me to the side, said, listen, it is not always going to be she's going to be dressing up like this all the time for you. There's going to be some days where you ain't going to like each other.
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be some days where she ain't going to like you, you ain't going to like her. But you have to remember why you got married in the first place. There's got to be something more than just how she looked
Right.
or how she cooked, because that's going to go away, dog. I'm
Right.
not lying.
Right.
When the kids get here, the whole lovey-dovey stuff, it's not going to be like this all the time. So, yes, I agree. With counseling, the right counselor, of course,
Right.
making sure you understand what the realistic expectation of marriage is, because you're too busy thinking that social media and Instagram is exactly what marriage is, and it is not what marriage is.
It is not.
It is not.
All these counselors can kiss my ass. They not telling me nothing.
But hold on, let me say this too. Now, and this is another thing too. And the caller just brought this out. And even like now, there are a lot of brothers amongst us that are traumatized,
Right.
and we won't get therapy either.
No.
See, we just think we Superman, like we just charging through life. Ain't nothing affected us in the way that we think.
Who are they?
And hold on. You judge the tree by the fruit. You judge the tree by the fruit. If there are dysfunctional things going on, there's dysfunction.
That's it.
You know, and you can beat your chest and be Tarzan or whoever. But you need to consider, so if you don't believe in counsel or none of that, so do you read? Do you read books? Do you put any trust in stuff that you read?
Tell me.
Cause
I
if you
live,
read a book,
I live life.
if you ever read a book,
I don't read no book. I live life.
Okay, well you a
I live
caveman.
life.
You a caveman.
I
in the
live
locker
life.
room, not in the cave.
I live life. Ain't no man gonna tell me shit because he ain't got what I got at the crib. He
okay.
can't speak for me.
Okay.
He not gonna guide me on shit he not dealing with.
Okay.
He don't know what I'm dealing with.
Right.
He going by what I tell him I'm dealing with.
Right.
Okay.
So he not gonna tell me a damn thing. Period.
Granted, yeah.
Right.
No. Look, if we all live our
And cousin Frankie, you know who you talking to, so you know how that go.
Yeah. I know how that goes. But I'm just being realistic.
Okay.
Can't nobody tell you or tell me what it is to be me. Okay?
Right.
I'm an individual. You're an individual. Okay. I'm an original. There will never be another me. There will never be another you. However, talk to somebody who has been in the game, who's actually got the bullet wounds, who's got the scars, who's made the mistakes, who stepped out and said, "Look, now I messed up," and to come and tell me, "Listen, do not fall in that trap that I fell into."
Right.
Okay. Don't fall into that trap. Man,
Right.
you know, man, we live in Atlanta. Georgia, man, these girls are beautiful. Yeah. They're fine. They're beautiful. Of course they're beautiful, man. Of course they are. However, what is it that you want? Because once you lie down with her a couple times, that's it. There's got to be something more than what it is you want. So the realistic expectation that I was getting from my counselor of marriage was that, hey, do not look at what television and Instagram and social media is telling you what marriage is, because it don't look like that.
Absolutely.
This is real.
Absolutely.
When she get cancer and her hair fall out, shit get real.
Yeah, that's
It
real.
get real.
That's
telling
real.
you.
Yeah.
And Ryan knows what I'm going through right now with my father, his issues. The shit get real.
Right.
When he can't get up and he's bedridden, he can't move, and she has to wipe his ass.
Wow.
You really got to understand what it is that you're getting into when you get married. So you got to make sure that, all right, is this chick for real?
Right.
Or is she just one of these chicks who just want to look good in the glamour?
Right.
What is it that she really wants? So when the shit hit the fan, is she going to be there holding an umbrella, or is she going to run?
Right.
All right, cousin Frank, I appreciate you
All right.
in, man. Keep on
Later, man.
Appreciate. Hey, cuz, one more question before you go. Oh, he gone. Okay, we got another caller.
Got another call.
Callers, y'all go ahead and get in on this. Caller, go ahead. You're on J.Gerrard.
Hello?
A call. I have a question to the panel.
Sure, go ahead.
I believe the question was, why are men afraid to commit?
Right.
Are they afraid of being emasculated? And can you talk a little bit about male emasculation, please?
Okay. Well,
I believe it.
male emasculation is something that used to make you feel less than who you are.
Right.
To make you less than, basically, to be emasculated is to make you feel inferior.
To reduce your effect, yeah.
To bring you, Proverbs say, to bring you down like a crumb. Oh, so now you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
Those that know. So when you're dealing with that, commitment, I really, the only reason that I could point to, they may not be ready. Most cats ain't ready.
Right.
Or most cats don't want to give up what they got or they game. Most cats just think they all that.
Right.
And I want to say this, in the locker room, I mean, we dealing with men in here.
Right.
I mean, if you're not ready, you're just not ready. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But I mean, you just got some more growing to do.
Right.
And in the meantime, you out there playing a game, and the game is being played on you.
Exactly.
You
off the field.
Yeah, man, because you ain't ready.
Right.
So that's what I would say about commitment.
Yeah, I think too that it's important, and we just keep coming back to this over and over again, that a man know who he is.
Right.
You know, because can't nobody diminish you when you know who you are, and you would feel contempt to any type of attempt to do so. But I think for people that's just, you know, I want to compromise my way to the top, or I'm looking for a ride, then I could be reduced to a certain function in order to go ahead. Where would you go ahead?
I'd like to interject this.
Okay.
I talked to a young man today.
Okay.
And it's good to think that everybody wait until they're married to have kids. But this young man had already had a kid.
Right.
And he said, number one, after you've had that child and the woman uses the child as a tool to get the man to do whatever she wants it to do, or he said to me, women are always talking about their violations. What about that? When he's paying his support and a woman comes with all these games.
Yeah.
But then the next woman, the next good woman, and all of this plays into when it's time for him to get married, he's like, well, I don't know.
Right.
What do you want? Do you want me to be powered? I can see the fear of commitment.
And see that, and speaking to the brothers, that's another one of the reasons I would say, stop being in a hurry, man.
Yeah.
Live your life. Find out what your purpose is, and I really mean this, because we can muncho all this other squad about it. Everybody has sex, They found out even folks in the church was having sex. Once people start coming up pregnant, you had to admit it. Well, it was good word going forth, but people was coming up pregnant. So it ain't even about that. It ain't about your ego and what you laying down and all this or that. Find who you are, what your purpose is. Because when the wrong person show up, it does not fit. It does not make sense to you. It does not equate to what you are trying to do. But if you don't know who you are, it's like stand for something or fall for anything. Like you really have to know. And I'll be honest with you. I've seen grown men divorce twice, going into a third marriage, and they still trying to figure out who they are. They gonna marry another woman, let her give him another identity until she tired of him trying to be what she was trying to create. And then she gonna get rid of him again. And he gonna be right back out there again with his heart, ready to pour it into some woman's hands so she can make a man. And I'm just saying to those brothers, I see y'all every day. And this ain't even, stuff that I'm hearing about. I work in the shop. These are brothers, and I mean, and it's to the point, and this is why I say it's bull, man. We are to the point now, and I've been doing barbershop over 25 years, where you used to have to ask a brother what's up. Brothers sit in your chair now and open up.
Right.
Okay, so people are hurt. So it ain't about no one somebody. It's about trying to heal. And a lot of times we don't want to get up out their bed long enough to figure out what's going on in our head. Now, if what's going on in their bed is more important than what's going on in your head and in your spirit, then you stay lost.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what that is.
You ain't ready.
But how you know what they need to make them heal?
Who need what to make who heal?
You talking about a brother that about the healing part. You don't know what that brother needed to heal himself. He may need that good woman in life to heal himself.
Okay, but he got a good woman at the house.
You saying he gonna mess it up?
And he outside his house.
Oh, we still talking about outside. Okay, I'm on a different page. I'm sorry. My fault.
I'm talking about brothers that's living with evidence in their life.
I got you.
And I don't care if you're getting away with it. It don't matter if you're getting away with it. Don't nobody care your old lady don't know.
Yeah.
Shit, all your homeboys know, everybody else know. Your old lady just the one that don't know.
Right.
So I'm just saying, bro, because for the ladies in the audience, I appreciate y'all calling, but sometimes it get rough with brothers because we want to go all around stuff.
And beat the bush.
Yeah, and beat the bush, and you know what I mean, man. At the end of the day, it's the same thing. Go ahead, caller. You're on J.Gerrard.
Hello?
Caller, are you there?
Well, what about men?
Say it again. Go ahead.
What about men that don't want to work? Men that don't work. What about that?
That's on the woman. You allow a grown man to stand in your house and don't work. That's all on you.
Right.
And he's sorry though.
You running welfare. He's sorry. Yeah. He's definitely sorry.
You babysit a grown man and you create that monster. That's on you.
Yeah.
Like my uncle say, anything times zero,
right,
is zero.
Right. That's the little what we call him, the hubby baby, the baby husband.
See,
The ones that was treated like, wasn't raised to be men.
And I'm gonna tell you, when you find cats out there like that, what they get is what they get.
Yeah.
It's going to be what it's
Yeah.
it's a woman out there that got your number.
Right.
And she gonna put her foot on your neck.
Right.
And she gonna ride you.
Yeah.
And you'll be working. You're gonna do something.
You're gonna do something for that one.
And you're gonna look back over the fence and saw what I had over there.
Right.
I wished I would have did right over there.
Right.
And so I said all that to say this. Brothers, get out the game.
Right.
And get real. Brothers, get out the game and get real. Get out the game and be the man.
Right.
And take your spot, man.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. We got brothers that's scared to be the man.
Right.
Or your woman won't let you be the man.
That's what they say.
If you can run into that, man, here's a wake-up call. And y'all fighting for you to be you,
Right.
then guess what? That ain't your chick.
Right.
Because your woman will fit you. Your woman will walk with you. Your woman gonna be with you.
Right.
Your woman is gonna build you, and you gonna build her. This ain't somebody you come home every day and fight with.
Right.
And y'all got things going on. He said that. That's acting out. That's what I call acting out.
Right.
Y'all not seen a 3-year-old when they act out?
Right.
Y'all know when a child act out because they can't get their way?
Right.
That's what that is.
Right.
That's why I say grow up, be a man.
up. Acting out.
Temper tantrum.
Yeah, that's acting out. You know what children do? Guess what? Grown folks do.
Right.
Yeah, they act out.
I'm gonna put my outfit on and leave the house.
Another thing is communication. Watch
She
this.
mad I got clean and left the house.
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, listen, grown men sit up and say this stuff.
Yeah, I want to talk about
I got
another
clean
thing.
and left.
And I'm dealing with the men right now. Man, we gotta learn how to communicate. We gotta learn how to talk, bro. Open your mouth and talk.
Right.
The woman ain't reading your mind.
Right.
You gonna have to look her in her face, look her in her eyes, get some courage,
Right.
and tell her where you at. Right. Tell her how you feel. Right. These women need that, cause see, all that does is bond your woman with you.
Right.
When you can, cause I'm gonna tell you something. These cats out here thinking that well, I'm hard, man. That's TV.
Right.
That went out with John Shaft. These chicks they making more money than you. And listen, you don't need to be fighting in your house. You need to be able to come home and have peace.
Right. Yeah.
So
You got to be a good manager.
exactly.
You got to manage.
And even with all of that, it still take work. It still take work. You still got to work hard at
See,
it.
this is my thing. Like you said, we all know being married, what pushes that button, what don't push it.
Right.
What not to touch, what to touch. That's where I'm at in my life. I pick my battles. When I first started, I wanted to win everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
I wanted it to be my way. She wanted to be her way. It's to the point now we know I'm gonna let him have that one.
Right.
And I'm gonna have this one. You know what I'm saying? It's the small stuff that make it work.
Exactly. Now let me tell you something. If being married for them many years and you've gotten that far and this long and lived this long and hadn't learned that, it's a whole lot wrong with you.
Right.
Yeah, you looking for shit.
You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm
You
saying.
looking for something. If
The
you know-
man got to grow up.
If for instance, if I know I can't change nothing, if I know I ain't finna win, and I ain't gonna lie to you, it took barbershop talks.
Right.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So I talk to folk. It just ain't nobody behind no damn desk. Right. It'll be somebody I know love me genuinely.
Right.
Not a cat who went to school to sit around the table to tell me what he read in some damn book. Right. It gotta be somebody who know me genuinely.
Right.
And know me as a person.
Right.
To give me some advice. So don't give me to the point where I don't get no advice.
Right.
It's somebody
Okay.
who gonna love me genuinely
Okay.
Right.
for what's best for me because they know me.
Right.
But my point is I learned that I'm not finna win that. So I ain't finna bring it. Ain't that important to me.
Right.
You can have that when I'm going to sleep and going to work tomorrow. I'm good.
Right.
You can have that. If it's not gonna jeopardize my family, my safety, or the well-being of my kids,
Right.
then guess what? You can have that, mama.
Right.
Yeah.
You can have that one. You
Give
won.
and taking. Giving
You
and
won.
taking. Giving and
That's what I
taking.
got ESPN for.
Right.
Giving
I'm
and
good.
taking. That's and
Communication is key in relationships. I
These-
mean, that's
some
You
of
got
these
to
cats don't. They
communicate.
make like they don't.
How many arguments you done won from your wife? Thank you very much.
no. And you know what? And I'm gonna say this too, though, just to shine a light on the other side. Outside of arguments,
Right.
how many times do you sit down and bare your heart and your
talk to
mind
them.
and your spirit to your wife?
Communication.
How many times do you communicate like this is really who I am, baby? And these are the things that I want in my future, and these are the things that I want for us. Like we have to remember as men, it's our responsibility to paint that picture, to have vision for your family.
Right.
And I think for a lot of men, that's what, for some of us, that's what we lack. And it's not because you're not a visionary, but it's because you ain't done the work to first of all find out who you are.
Right.
Okay, find out who you are.
Hey, once again,
Because
y'all, this
I'm
is
sure there's some kind of
a
vision in
rerun.
you that you can.
We
live
got
out. And then
J.Gerrard,
once
he
you in the
home sick
marriage
this
setting,
week,
and it's
and this is the last
communication, there are two
episode
sides.
for
Yeah,
the
there's
year.
the
So he coming back
disagreement.
next year with a bang.
But then that's the other
We about
side.
to wind down
where
another
we
15 minutes, I
speak
believe.
in
So I just
agreement,
want to give
and
y'all a
where I
touch
can
up,
speak into
and I
her
wish him the
heart.
best
Like, and
in
I
his
like to say
recovery.
like this.
And hope
I
he
look at
feel
it like
better,
a
my
woman is
brother.
a beautiful flower.
And much love to you.
And if you plant her in the right soil, and you water that soil, and you make sure she feels secure and that she's comfortable in that relationship, and that she understands that she's respected, and her point of view is heard and respected, then you're going to get the best benefit out of that woman.
Right.
Same thing needs like a vehicle. You can get you a car, it's 92 octane. You know, yeah, you can put the 87 in there, but you're not going to get the same gas mileage. You're not going to get the same performance. Yeah, it'll go down the street, but you're not getting peak performance. So we have to learn how to use everything that we have, not just, and another thing, brothers, you know, try making, you know, yeah, well, she this and this and that. Set the scene. I was taught this a long time ago. When you come in the house, the first 10 minutes you come in the house, it don't matter if that woman been in that house all day. A man can set the tone in the house. You come in from work and you got a good attitude. Hey, baby, blase, swat, kiss on the cheek. I'm going to go jump in the shower. I'm going to grab some, whatever it is. And then in the daytime, call her. When we was trying to get it, we was hitting in the good morning, even though it was about 5 or 6 of them going out, we was still fishing then. But now we done hooked one. Don't stop saying good morning to her. She still want to have that love affair.
Right.
That's what she's on.
Right.
You know what I mean? But a lot of times we get lost, and I was having this conversation earlier, and what we do is we get her at home and we sit on the shelf. So now I'm not going to text you no more. I'm not going to tell you sexy. I ain't going to sing you no little dirty text and flirt with you through the day. You know what I mean? So now you sitting at home feeling like you ain't getting no attention.
Right.
But here I am out here on Instagram or whatever the social media are, or up here at South DeKalb Mall or Cumberland Mall, whichever mall we go to. And I'm catching all these sites and I'm seeing all this stuff and I'm entertaining all this. So now I done developed the culture of my affection or my attention is going this way.
Wow.
And then when I get back home, the one who ain't got no attention, she acting up because I ain't getting no, oh, well, man, she nagging. Now you got a problem, bro.
Yeah.
Now you got a problem. We got to learn how to communicate and make love all day, not just, when I'm coming to lay it down. No, like right here. Stimulate her mind.
That's it.
You know what I mean? And it's not just a whole bunch of, yeah, baby mama, and I'm take you out to, whatever.
Yeah.
It ain't even all of that. You know what, baby? I was praying for you today. I was praying for you. I prayed and I asked God to touch our marriage. Like, I know we're not perfect and we've been through a lot, but I talked to him about us. Go ahead.
Right. I love that fact. But what I wanted to also say, I wanted to go back and talk about something. We was talking about being that man, and one of the things that I think, and I believe a lot of us get caught up in, if you're not ready, you're just not ready. And I want to make sure, I want to drive it home. And I understand. We were talking with Disco, and Disco gave us his point of view. But I do believe this. I tell you, I wouldn't marry a chick if I didn't believe that I was going to be with her the rest of my life. I just, and that's just me. Everybody's different. That don't make me wrong and you right, and I'm right and you wrong. But man, if you ain't ready for that, just keep playing the game.
Keep it 100.
Cause man, it's so much stuff happens. Because once you get married, you not combine these families. You not made children. Now children growing up without daddies. Then mama telling daddy dad ain't no good, and all this and that. And I mean, it's a whole lot of mess.
Right.
It's a whole lot of stuff that didn't have to be.
Right.
Until we get in our place. Now, on the flip side, there's some things about sisters. And I want to read this. Why sisters so passive aggressive and hold grudges?
Why they hold grudges?
Why do women hold grudges? I wonder, can
any
we get
caller want to call in? We got any sisters want to call and answer that?
Passive aggressive. Why do they hold grudges?
Why do y'all hold
You see
grudges?
anybody on the line, do you? Do you see nobody on the?
They ain't gonna call now.
Uh-oh.
Right.
We not ran them off.
Right.
But passive aggressive, those are things. Those are some of the things that stimulate, that break up. Man, most men. Say for instance, we got heated, or we get heated a minute ago.
Right.
We'll square and be done with it, and it's over.
Right.
That's men. I can't understand why women won't.
Right. We'll walk out of here and go to Pizza Hut
Yeah.
at that time.
I mean, and it's done.
Right.
But
my point is, it's a healthy way of argument with me personally.
right.
I don't want a bunch of yeses around me.
Right.
That's not who I am.
It's a healthy argument.
I need cats around me. Say, Disco, you know what, bro? Man, you dead wrong, dog.
Right.
You dead wrong. Now we all know I may not listen
Right.
right then,
Right.
but it'll come in my head somewhere.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like you said, women,